guys, welcome back, welcome me back, I don't know. So I haven't posted an update in a long time, I think since before my procedure, so like 6 months now, I don't know. I am still alive, so this is again just another update video. I don't really know what's happening with my channel at the moment. Combination of things that are going on in life in general at the moment, and obviously new restrictions and guidelines on YouTube. I don't actually know where this channel is going. So in saying that, today I'm just gonna talk about where I am health-wise, where I am life-wise, what's going on in my world, which currently not that much. But before I do any of that, I know that if you've got access to the internet or just news in general, you probably would have heard that Australia is burning. It's been a catastrophic start to our fire season. I don't want to really go on about it too much because, like I said, it's all over the news, but I do want to say a couple of things. One, thank you so much to those of you both nationally and internationally that have reached into your own pockets and helped donate to our fire services. A lot of them, they are volunteers. The main fireys are out there too, but a lot of these people are volunteers. A lot of the people manning wildlife sanctuaries and taking in animals that are sick and injured, a lot of them are volunteers, so your donations go a long way, and I thank you very much for that. What really hits home for me is this is the first time in my adult life that I've actually felt that the person responsible for running this country gives less than a shit about what's happening and the people suffering in it. I don't know if any of you are aware of what's been going on politically, but funding was cut to our fire and wildlife services right before fire season started. Just so the politicians could put a little bit more extra bank in their own pockets. So I feel really devastated and sick of the current political state in the country. But less about those knob jockeys. Keep us in your thoughts. If you can donate and you haven't yet, I'm going to put some links in the description below to all of you who have and who do and who are volunteers. Thank you so much. If you can't donate money and you're in Australia, please consider giving toys, food, clothes, anything you can live without to your local charities and Salvation Armies. I know we've done a huge suitcase drop of just men's and women's clothes. These people literally have nothing. Their houses are wiped. They have nothing. A lot of them have children who didn't get to have Christmas. So anything you can spare would be greatly appreciated. Now that I've got that out of my system, health update. I think I stopped recording just before my procedure. So basically, rundown of what happened. I feel like I look a lot better now. I was having obviously the esophageal issues, which turned out to be one of two things. The pectus was contributing because my esophagus was being squished low down right before my stomach, and so that was causing the swallowing issues. And then I've got a new diagnosis on top of everything that also contributes, but we'll get to that in a second. So had the procedure, was really underweight with my BMI, really struggled with maintaining weight. Obviously after an operation you need increased calories because your body's just gone through a trauma. The hospital were less than polite about this. So yeah, I recovered really well considering I was up and walking like 4 days after the operation, which a lot of the people in the hospital could not believe because my chest had been opened up, so the potential for a pneumothorax or a collapsed lung, if you like, is pretty high. So I had to work with a respiratory physio, and everything was going really well. So that was in August. I got back to Brisbane in September, and then within 2 weeks of coming home I managed to catch a lung infection or pneumonia. One thing to note is that I find it really difficult to cough with the bar in because it kind of rubs a little in between my ribs and it's kind of painful. So I couldn't cough to clear the fluid and the mucus out of my own lungs. So within 24 hours this turned into full-blown infection, which compromised airflow to my left lung. I was not taken to hospital despite the fact that I probably should have been. I got put on high-dose antibiotics. The issue here is I also developed pleurisy, which is an inflammation in the lining of your lung. That we didn't really figure out until after the fact, because the airflow to the bottom lobes of my lungs isn't very good. It doesn't sound very good. So what we think happened is the pleurisy caused scar tissue, which now sort of affects my lung capacity again, which is a bit of a kick in the teeth, because this is one of the reasons I even had the operation, was because my lung capacity was at 500 mil a second. Now I'm pretty stable at 900. I can push it to 1200 on some days, but it's quite painful. On top of that scar tissue, I also developed scar tissue in the stabilizer site on the right hand side within the muscle, which has now caused me to have some nerve pain, which is really not fun. If you don't know what a stabilizer is, I'll pop up the x-ray and I'll point to what it is. So it's actually sewn into the muscle, which makes it really painful when it starts hurting. And as a consequence of this, anything to do with sort of my right arm, picking things up, having like strength in my fingers to hold things and things of that nature, just doesn't really happen anymore. I really struggle. My right arm is way less mobile than it used to be. I drop pretty much everything all the time. So I'm having a lot of trouble there. I get a lot of lightning bolt and burning pain through my side. But I think, yeah, like I say, the biggest kick in the teeth is that I got my lung capacity back up to 1200 straight after the surgery, and then now it's been compromised again. But what are you gonna do? You can't change these things. I've been having a lot of problems with the people involved in the procedure and specialists and things like that, which I'm not gonna go into at all, because it's being looked into. But that's really messed with my mental health. And depression has been something that's really impacted me lately, which is a lot of the reason that I haven't posted a video, because a lot of the time I'm in my bed staring at the ceiling, not moving, not doing anything, and then the rest of the time I'm in pain, which just exacerbates the depression. But yeah, and then I guess the newest bit of information that we have is I've been having, after the operation, I had, oh man, I forget the word, but I think it's paresthesia, where the entire top of my left foot from my ankle down to my toes is completely numb. And I thought that was really strange. I've been sent to every man and his dog for back pain, joint pain, facial pain, which is out of this world painful. Just like being mentally foggy. Sometimes I don't remember words. Sometimes I can't even finish my own sentences. On days when it's bad, it's really bad, which is impacting my ability to work at the moment. And I go to a job center, and even they're not really sure where to place me work-wise, because the problem is when it's not a labor-intensive job, it's sort of an attention to detail job. And if I'm having like a foggy day, I can't focus at all, and I'd say I have those 4 out of 7 days a week. When it's particularly bad, it also causes pain. So like I say, we went to heaps of specialists, everything kept coming back normal, and then my doctor back home suggested on a little sticky note to see a rheumatologist. So I did that, and pretty much he did a physical, he took bloods, he poked me in various places, and he pretty conclusively on the first consultation said that I have fibromyalgia, which is a pain. It's sort of like a neurological pain condition. This is a brief description of it, feel free to look it up, but basically I get a lot of pain for no reason. Anxiety and depression exacerbate it. My current medical issues with experts and whatnot is exacerbating my depression and anxiety, so it's like this big circle of just stupid. So yeah, it's been hectic. I feel like this video is pretty long. I'm gonna leave it there. If you have any questions though, or you want to know something else. And if I get enough of the same types of questions, I'll make a separate video answering them, whether they be about pectus, whether they be about complications, whether they be about fibro, whether they be about depression, whether, you know, you just want to know more about the fire in Australia. Like, yeah, at this time, I don't know what this channel's going to be. I'm pretty out of it most of the time because I'm tired all the time from being in pain. I know a lot of you keep sending through requests for more reaction videos, but I'm gonna have to put my foot down. YouTube's making it bloody impossible to film a reaction video. I've had to delete and take down half of the ones that I already had up that were obviously not monetized because they're not my videos, because they've just been barred. The recording company is more than welcome to make money off the videos, but instead they choose to bar it. So I've had to delete a whole bunch. I don't see the point in doing any more because they're just going to get taken down. As much as it was really fun doing reactions, I'm not going to do them anymore. If there's anything in particular that's not along those lines that you want to see, or you just want a general opinion about something without me having to actually play a song, I'm open to suggestion. So thanks again, guys. I hope you all had a wonderful Christmas and New Year's. And don't forget, those links will be in my description below.